So, Ree is just my nickname because my mother named me Cherie, my father calls me Sherry, people in hardware stores call me Sir, people in women's bathrooms call the cops. And my parents may not have agreed on how to pronounce my name, but the one thing they agreed on is that they're proud of me. For being a straight-A student. Which is the only time they ever refer to me as straight. To this day. And I'm married to a man. And it sucks. Because people are always pointing at me and my husband as proof that conversion therapy works. And people will ask me about my husband. And I like to describe it like this. Y'all ever seen that show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy? And the gay guys go and they find a straight guy. And the guy looks like, kind of like me. And then they try to fix him up. My husband looks just like one of those guys on the show. The gay ones. And I asked my husband, I'm like, how does that make you feel? And he says, people just say that about me because I do self-care. Well, I don't know about you, sir.
I do.
All right. To me, self-care for men is a 2-minute shower, not a 12-step beauty routine that ends with do-it-yourself Botox.
I like that.
And I can't figure out why all of my vacation pictures are Grindr ready. Like my husband's all very Zoolander. I think he only lets me in the pictures just so he can look better. And then sometimes I'm watching he's watching the football game and he's getting into it. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm probably overreacting. Surely he is not the only man screaming at the TV, throwing things, while wearing an exfoliating lip mask. The other day I asked my husband, I was like, if you were gay, would you tell me? And he says, if I were gay, would I let you wear that outfit? So wait, now I don't know if he's gay or just really mean. And my husband has his doubts about me too, even though he won't admit it. And you know how I know? Because he's always buying me power tools for Christmas. The neighbor next door asked him if I would be interested in power washing her house. Because she thought I was this handyman. And I get it. My husband's over there looking like a power bottom. I'm over here with a fully loaded tool belt. And I can't even so much as compliment a woman without my husband looking at me side-eye. And I was like, don't you dare. I do not say that you're into quarterbacks because you watch football every week. And make me dress up as Jared Goff in bed. I still don't say it to him. And people will ask me, they're like, how do you know for sure you're not a lesbian? And I'm like, I don't even know what to do with these bits and pieces, let alone another woman. Like, I don't know how that works. Like, man, it's easy. You just get it, and you go. And you're done. I don't know if they're done, but I am. I'm just trying to match the energy, you know? That's where I learned this from. Yeah. And I remember when I finally had to come out to my parents as straight. Yeah. My mom says, oh, you're just going through a phase. My dad says, you just haven't met the right woman yet. My baby sister, She started referring to my boyfriend at that time as my little experiment. To this day, my parents and my family still refer to my husband as my roommate. And my grandma, she's the worst. Oh, she's terrible. When we first got married, she says, so did you guys... And I was like, yeah, we got married. And she says, like gay married? Grandma. And then she'll say, I still don't understand how you guys do it. And I'm like, just like you and Grandpa did, but I'm not wearing petticoats, bloomers, and saying a prayer for forgiveness at the end. And she is a hypocrite, because when my grandpa died, she got involved with all these guys looking for a green card, and I felt bad. Because she was just using them for sex. That's my favorite new joke, guys. And I understand the way I look is confusing to people. You know, I worked downtown Detroit the other day. I'm parking, digging through my bag, looking for a 20. I got all these singles falling out. So I think I'm funny. And I say to the guy, that's my stripping money. And he perked up. And I'm like, maybe I got it. And then he says to me, you ever go check out those girls in Canada? They take it all off. And then he fist bumps me. I didn't know what to do, so I was just like, bros before hoes. And I'll go to a bar, and there's always some drunk guy that's like, I bet I can make you straight. Which is really rude, unless you're good looking. Then I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna work, but we can try it. We'll race off to the bed of my Ford F-150. What, you thought I drove a Subaru? And he'll look at me and he'll be like, I'm gonna show you what it's like to be with a real man. 13 thrusts later, he's proved his point. I'm pulling up my boxer briefs, heading home. And my husband, he is good looking. He is tall, good looking, and people love to remind me of that. We walk into a restaurant together and he says, table for two, please. You thought he'd sound gayer, didn't you? His voice is quite deep for a gay man, I guess. Anyway, table for two, please. At which point the hostess looks at him and is like, I'll be right with you. Turns to me, DoorDash pickup's right over there at the counter, sir. I didn't even work for DoorDash. Uber Eats carry out same counter. Bitch. I go to my husband's work events. His colleagues are like, oh my God, you're so much fun. That's so cool, your brother brings you to these things. I know. Now when that happens, I don't get mad. I just walk up to my husband, give him a great big kiss on the mouth, start talking about what it was like for us as kids being raised in the South. Then I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that. So I go back and I'm like, hey, just so everybody knows, we did have different dads. My husband and I like to go on vacation, do a little role playing like we're strangers. Are you guys a couple? You guys like to do a little role playing like you're strangers? Yes, I can read his eyes. He's like, anyway, do a little role playing. My husband will say something flirty to me from down the bar, offer to buy me a drink. And as I'm making my way around over to him, the bartender leans into my husband and says, sir, I think you've had enough to drink. A few drinks later and a little bit of making out, my husband excuses himself to the bathroom. Same bartender comes up to me now, thinks he's doing my husband a favor. Says to me, you know he's married, right? I'm like, yeah, of course. That's my brother. about my husband. He was my fourth fiance. Unfortunately, my other relationships ended because of cheating. But because my husband's so wonderful, I believe that God has forgiven me. Didn't think I was a cheater, did you? Don't worry, they didn't see it coming either. My first fiance was so possessive. He would demand that I tell him where I was going, who I was with. Was he really the baby's daddy? Second fiance told me my hair was too short and it made me too manly. So I stopped helping out around the house. Started banging his secretary. From there on, he was mowing his own lawn and doing his own oil changes. Third fiance, caught him kissing another woman. And I am not the kind of person to fight to keep somebody in my life who doesn't want to be there. His stepmama can have him. I don't care that it was just on the cheek. And I don't care that it was on Mother's Day. I have seen stepmama porn. I know what happens when that dishwasher breaks. And I don't think it's right to say, once a cheater, always a cheater. Because now that I'm married, I'm an adulterer. My husband hates those jokes. But my boyfriends love them, so I keep telling them. And then I don't care what anyone says about me anyways, because this year me and my husband celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary. Thank you. So for those of you who don't know, it is the crystal anniversary. Like any good wife, I got him a hooker. You want to guess her name? Crystal? No, it's Rita, but for an extra 50, she's into role-playing too. People also ask me, doesn't it get boring being married for so many years? And I'm like, how can it be? Just the other day, my husband came up with a new nickname for me. It is SpongeBob Square-Ass. I just told you I was a cheater. I don't think I deserve your sympathy. Aww. Anyway. People also ask me, how did you meet? And I tell them, we met the old-fashioned way. AOL chat rooms. Tinder of the 90s, man. It took me 30 minutes to download that dick pic. Somehow it made it seem longer. My screen name on AOL was Loves the Scissor. Any other scrapbookers in the house? We met in the Michigan S&M room, single and mature. And I'm glad I met my husband when I did, because they were not all mature. No Gim Boy 69. I do not want to hog tie you while you oink into my belly button. And I think me and my husband, our marriage has lasted as long as it has because we take time to communicate, have those man-to-man conversations. I want to be clear about something else too. Like, I was not like a bait and switch wife. Like, I didn't start off skinny and then just let myself go. I had the courtesy to let myself go years before I met my husband. And now he's not a chubby chaser. This fat girl does not run. Matter of fact, if you see me running, y'all need to be running, because girl, we're in danger. But my husband is with me because I've got personality. And roofies. And whips and chains and clamps and cuffs and one of those Chinese finger devices. And a very soundproof basement. And fortunately for me, my husband turned out to be a nice guy after the roofies wore off. And I just want to say for the record now, nice guys don't finish last. Nope, they finish first. Just like all you other guys. But ladies, you can make nice guys sleep in the wet spot. You just go, ding, ding, yeah! Let's hear it for boys in the wet spot. Yeah, all you gotta do is go, ding, 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 roll on into the winner's circle. Doo, 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 doo. have to trust me, just looks better when I'm in lingerie. And I'm glad to be married. I got a friend, she's been single a very long time. Recently we went to this bar called the Rusty Nail. Yeah. We're hanging out with these guys, we're playing darts, we're doing shots. Her and one of them fellas, they take off to the parking lot for a little bit. She comes back a little later, and I ain't trying to slut shame, but I'm like, what happened? And she says, I let him put his rusty nail in my dusty snail. I was like, we're getting 2 more shots and we're getting out of here. She's like, yay, shots! What kind of shots are we gonna get? I'm thinking tetanus and penicillin. And honestly, I did go through a phase where like the only people asking me out were women. And so one day, and I didn't understand it, so I had my sister come over, help me practice for softball. So for those of you not laughing, soccer? I don't know. What helps get the joke? What's the better punchline? And so I asked her, I said, why does everyone think I'm a lesbian? She's like, I don't know. You hack your hair, your shirt, your pants, your shoes, you hang out at Home Depot, you drive a Ford F-150, you follow women's basketball, you cry when they canceled Ellen, you have every Melissa after childhood. You can't lay off wrinkles, you still use bar soap, and you have a girlfriend. I'm like, oh my God, we're just friends. I don't care if I look like a lesbian, it's just the way I dress, you know. If my hair is a mess, I'm throwing on a ball cap. If I'm cold, I'm wearing a flannel with or without the wife beater. If I don't feel like bringing a bag, I bring my wallet with a chain. Safety first, ladies. Then my husband comes up with a cute little nickname for me. He'll be like, come here, my little trucker. Tell me to back my rig up. I'm like, boop, 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 boop. Get ready to take that stuff off. My husband's like, no, no, no. Leave that. Wait a minute, I think my husband really might be gay. Guys, I need to make a phone call. My name is Ree Ledbetter. You guys have been fantastic! Give it up for all the other comics!
All right, let's keep it going for Ree.